Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to speak to you about one of the most powerful and transformative forces in life, the ability to break the patterns that limit our growth. Each of us has created patterns of thought, behavior, and belief over the years. These patterns, though once formed with good intention or out of necessity, and we serve to underpress a beauty, then blight in a border or Aries, can often become the very chains that hold us back from reaching our full potential. The question is, how do we break free? The answer lies within the mind. Your mind is your greatest asset. Every pattern, every habit, every behavior you possess started with a thought. If your current patterns no longer serve your greater purpose, it is essential to first change the way you think. The key to breaking any pattern begins with the thought that you are capable of change. But thinking alone isn't enough. It requires action. It is one thing to decide you want to change, and another to force yourself to take the necessary steps to make that change a reality. You see, the difference between the successful and the unsuccessful is not always talent, but the power to make decisions and to act on them without hesitation. You must decide, and then you must act. Let me tell you something critical. The only way to truly break free from the old patterns that bind you is through self-discipline. Without it, your desire for change will remain nothing more than a fleeting thought. Change is not easy. It requires consistent effort, even when you don't feel like it. The process will challenge you, but persistence is the force that transforms ordinary actions into extraordinary results. Son, when you decide to change, you will face fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of failure, and fear of discomfort. But here's the secret. Fear is a signal. It tells you that you are about to do something that will move you out of your comfort zone, and that's exactly where growth happens. Embrace the fear and let it be the fuel that propels you forward. In this process of breaking patterns, attitude is everything. A negative mindset will only reinforce the same limiting patterns. But a positive mental attitude that expects success, visualizes accomplishment, visualizes a Catholic sign, and remains focused on the goal will ensure that you keep moving forward even when things get tough. Success is not a random event, it is a habit. Success happens daily through deliberate, conscious effort. As you begin to break old patterns, you will replace them with new habits that align with your desires. This is the process of continuous improvement, and it begins with the small changes you make every single day. Now, there's something else you must realize. You are not alone in this. Surround yourself with those who will challenge you, encourage you, and help you see things from a different perspective. A group of like-minded individuals, a mastermind, will help you stay accountable and open new doors of possibility that you could not have imagined alone. Your imagination holds the power to create new realities. As you begin to break free from your old patterns, envision the life you desire. Picture yourself acting with confidence, living with purpose, and achieving the very things you thought were out of reach. Your imagination is not just for dreaming, it is for creating. If you can imagine it, you can achieve it. But above all, you must remember this. Your decision to change is the pivotal moment that unlocks everything. The moment you commit to breaking the patterns that have held you back, you open the floodgates to your future. A decision is the gateway to transformation. So, I challenge you today. Force yourself to break the pattern. Force yourself to step outside your comfort zone. Force yourself to make decisions that lead to action, to persist in the face of challenges, and to maintain a positive attitude regardless of obstacles. The life you desire is waiting for you, but only if you have the courage to take that first step and refuse to go back. Your mind is the greatest asset you possess, far more valuable than any material wealth or external success. Every action you take, every decision you make, starts with a single thought. In fact, the thoughts you entertain on a daily basis shape the very foundation of your reality. Your beliefs, your habits, your relationships, and even your circumstances are a reflection of the thoughts that you allow to dominate your mind. Think about it for a moment. When you choose to focus on positive and empowering thoughts, you create an internal environment that fosters confidence, possibility, and success. Conversely, if you allow negativity, fear, and doubt to take up residence in your mind, you unconsciously build walls around yourself that limit your potential. The mind is like a garden. What you plant and nurture within it will eventually grow and bloom. The earth can garner whether those seeds are of success or failure. The power of thought is not just a philosophical concept, it is a law of nature. Your thoughts are like magnet. A definite purpose is the cornerstone of any successful endeavor. Without clarity about what you truly want, you are like a ship without a rudder, drifting aimlessly and unable to navigate the challenges life throws your way. At the moment you define your purpose with precision, you set the stage for all your future actions. It becomes your North Star, guiding you through obstacles and distractions. Without a definite purpose, your efforts become scattered and diluted, and the patterns that hold you back remain unchallenged. A clear, specific purpose gives you the power to focus your energy and resources in one direction, aligning every thought and action toward achieving that goal. It simplifies decision-making, removes uncertainty, and helps you stay on track even when circumstances seem unfavorable. When you know exactly what you want, you are more resilient in the face of adversity because your purpose becomes the fuel that drives you forward. Success does not happen by accident. It is the result of purposeful, deliberate action. Now, with a definite purpose, you create a plan, set goals, and measure your progress. You develop the mental discipline required to break free from old patterns because your purpose offers a reason powerful enough to overcome any obstacles. It is this clarity of purpose that allows you to maintain focus and persevere, ensuring that you stay committed to your vision no matter how difficult the journey may become. Your purpose is not just a goal, it is the very foundation upon which every success is built. Self-discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. It is the ability to control your actions, emotions, and thoughts, especially when you'd rather give in to distractions or temptations, to break free from negative patterns. Self-discipline is non-negotiable. It is what allows you to stay committed to your intentions and to keep moving forward, even when the path becomes difficult or uncomfortable. Without it, your desires and intentions remain just dreams, as the temptation to abandon your efforts becomes stronger than your commitment to success. At its core, self-discipline is about making the right choices consistently, of the potash of vertical or field of access. Even when those choices aren't easy or immediately rewarding, it's waking up early to work on your goals when you'd prefer to sleep in, sticking to your plan when other options seem more appealing, and staying true to your values even in the face of pressure. The discomfort of breaking old habits or pushing through challenges is what leads to growth. Self-discipline transforms that into motivation, knowing that every small action taken with discipline brings you one step closer to your desired outcome. Moreover, mastering self-discipline requires you to cultivate the ability to delay gratification. The most successful individuals know that instant rewards are often temporary, while the pursuit of long-term goals demands patience and sacrifice. It is through this delayed gratification that you learn to value the process of growth more than the fleeting pleasures that may temporarily derail you. Self-discipline is not about rigidly denying yourself what you want, but about choosing what will benefit you in the long run over what is immediately satisfying. And ultimately, self-discipline is the inner strength that keeps you on track when life throws distractions your way. It empowers you to break free from old, unproductive patterns and replace them with new, constructive ones. By committing to self-discipline, you develop the habit of following through on your goals, regardless of the challenges that may arise. And with this steadfast determination, you will find that nothing can hold you back from achieving the success you desire. Persistence is the unyielding force that propels us forward when everything seems to be working against us. When you set out to break free from old patterns, the road will rarely be smooth. There will be setbacks, challenges, and moments when you question your ability to keep going. But it is in these very moments, when everything seems difficult, that persistence becomes your most powerful ally. The difference between success and failure lies not in the absence of obstacles, which are revolution occasions, but in your ability to persevere despite them. To break old habits or patterns, you must develop the resilience to keep pushing forward. As evil Southern Netherfield ballad says, no matter how many times you may stumble, persistence is about refusing to quit when things get tough, when the old familiar patterns seem more comfortable, and when doubt creeps into your mind. It's the determination to rise again after each fall, knowing that every small effort contributes to the greater goal. In fact, persistence is often what separates those who merely dream from those who actually achieve. While most people give up after encountering the first sign of resistance, a persistent individual understands the challenges are an inevitable part of growth. Moreover, persistence isn't about being